All right, let's jump right in. AI is totally shaking up how we build software. But here's the thing. Not all AI is playing the same game. Today, we're going to look at two completely different ways of thinking about AI in development. And the best way to picture it? Just imagine the difference between a high-tech power tool and a fully automated factory.
So ask yourself this question, because it's really the heart of the whole conversation. Is the AI you're using a power tool that just helps you work faster, smarter? Or is it something much, much bigger? The entire factory, an automated system that runs the whole show. Getting this distinction right, well, it's everything.
Okay, first up, let's talk about that power tool. This is the idea that a lot of us developers are getting pretty familiar with. You've probably heard the term floating around, vibe coding. It's all about an AI helping you do the hands-on work of slinging code, but way, way faster. So what is it exactly? Well, vibe coding is basically you, the developer, in a real creative flow with an AI assistant. It's a conversation. You give it prompts, it spits out code, you tweak it, you go back and forth. The AI is your co-pilot, your pair programmer. It's the thing that helps you turn an idea into actual code at lightning speed. And man, this approach is an absolute beast for certain jobs. You know, when you have to tackle some really gnarly logic, perfect for that. Got a messy chunk of code that needs a serious refactor? The AI is brilliant at it. And for all that boilerplate stuff like writing tests or just exploring different ways to build a feature, it's a game changer. It's all about keeping a good engineer right in that sweet spot, that state of flow.
Now, this quote right here, this is the pivot point. It just nails the difference in philosophy. Vibe coding tools like Claude Code are built to make a good developer even better. But what if the goal isn't just about making the developer's job easier? What if the goal is to automate huge parts of that job entirely? And that brings us to the factory.
And here we have it. The factory. We're talking about a system like Agiloop, which isn't just a tool for a developer to use. Nope, it's an automated, end-to-end system for delivering a whole product.
So why does something like this even need to exist? Well, Agiloop is trying to solve a problem we've all felt. Just writing code faster is useless if you're building the wrong thing, right? We've all been there, right? That painful gap between what the business wants and what actually gets built, it costs a fortune in time, money, and just pure momentum.
So Agiloop's answer is this closed-loop system. It's not a straight line. It's a cycle that keeps going. It all starts with invent, which is all about figuring out what to build. Then you implement it. Then you inspect how it's actually doing out in the wild. And finally, you iterate, feeding all those learnings right back into the start of the loop. It's basically Agile on autopilot. And it all kicks off right here in the invent stage. So instead of a developer getting a vague one-line ticket, Agiloop actually sits down and interviews you. It asks clarifying questions, just like a great product manager would, and it turns a fuzzy idea into a super clear plan. The whole point is to get that clarity locked down before anyone writes a single line of code.
And get this. This is the output from that one single conversation. On the left, you've got detailed technical specs. On the right, a complete work breakdown with every user story and task. It's the entire blueprint for the project, just generated, automatically. It's kind of wild.
So once that blueprint is ready, the factory kicks into gear. Implement handles the build. But then, and this is the crucial part, inspect actually measures what happens in the real world. Are people using the feature? Is it working? And all that data gets fed into the iterate stage, which then suggests what to do next. It's a machine that's designed to learn.
Okay, so we've got the power tool and we've got the factory. Let's put them head to head and really break down what makes them so different.
This table really says it all. You know, look at the core role, an AI pair programmer versus an entire delivery system. The user is different too. It's not just for developers, but for the whole team. And for me, the starting point is huge. Vibe coding starts with code and a prompt. Agiloop starts with a conversation about intent. The scope tells the final story. One is for small local code changes, the other is for the whole product lifecycle.
So really, it all boils down to a completely different mental model. With vibe coding, you're the one in the driver's seat, and your request is, hey, help me write this piece of code. With Agiloop, you're setting the mission. Your request is, build this thing, tell me how it does, and then make it better. Now you're probably thinking, okay, so it's one or the other. These two things seem like competitors, right? But hold on. What if the power tool actually has a place inside the factory? And this is where it gets really interesting.
Think of Agiloop as the system that defines the what and the why. It handles the big picture, the main implementation. But you're always going to have those super tricky, specialized, or totally new problems. And that's where a human engineer, armed with a power tool like Claude Code, can step in and work their magic. They don't compete. They actually complement each other.
All right, so let's get practical. How do you actually decide which approach is the right fit for you, or for what you're working on?
Well, it really just comes down to your goals. Look, if you're a seasoned engineer, you love being in the weeds, and you just want to move faster while staying in control, vibe coding is your jam. But if your goal is bigger, if you want to build a system that learns from real users, that keeps the original vision intact, and frankly, automates away huge chunks of the dev process, then you're looking for a factory like Agiloop.
And really, if you're going to remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this sentence right here. One helps a single person write better code. The other helps an entire team ship and evolve a product. They're just solving problems on completely different levels.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a final thought. For decades, the obsession in the software world has been speed. How do we build faster? But maybe that's the wrong question. What these new AI systems are forcing us to ask is, how do we learn faster? Because at the end of the day, the team that learns the fastest is the team that's going to win. Thanks for watching.